Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Marvel Snapcast. This is the second episode of the week. This is the main event episode, of course.
Yeah.
And today, your host, Ken, aka the SuperTechGod, along with the co hosts.
Top 5 best snappers in the world, baby. Sino, because we snap hot fire. You heard? Let's go.
That's right. So, as of the recording, it's already been a year of Marvel Snap. Happy Snap-anniversary, my friend.
Yes, sir. Happy snapversary to you, sir.
Yeah, so it's been 1 year. We have a lot of things to talk about, especially the new card that just came out this week. My favorite card of the season, Black Knight. And to discuss this, we had to bring somebody on the podcast that is very awesome and analytic when breaking down decks and cards. Of course, you guys know him from his podcast, the Marvel Snap Judgments. He's been on the show before. Definitely always in the chats, always showing love to everybody. The one and only, the great. Now, mind you, I met him casting, super great at casting. Oh, if I could be a partner with him all the time casting, it would be the best thing ever. Ladies and gentlemen, help me bring in, of course, the one and only Pulse Glazer. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
Hey, everybody. Super happy to be here.
Pulse, let's go.
Yes. Welcome.
Really excited to be here. I had to bully my way back on. Just, lovely introduction aside. I was like, I want to come back on. I love this podcast. I listen to every episode.
Thank you so much, bro.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. Yes. So, Sino always wants to ask the first question. So I'll let him do his thing.
My boy Pulse, how did you get your tag? How did you get your name, and what does it mean?
So Glazer is just my last name. But I wrote in 2006 for a website called Inside Pulse, and we made all of our email addresses on online stuff, Pulse whatever. And so I just was Pulse Glazer, and then because that was my email address and my screen name for so many things, when I left the site, like 2009, so 15 years ago. Jesus, 2009 is 15 years ago, huh?
Wow,
right?
Yeah, I don't like that thought, so let's keep going. But when I left it, it was just it was already my name on different forums and different things, so I just sort of kept going with it, and then eventually it was just why change it? This is just what I am now.
Okay, nice, good. I'm sure people didn't know that. Now they're informed. Also, Pulse, how did you get into Marvel Snap? How did you come across our lovely game?
I wanted a game to play. I played the Game of Thrones living card game, which is which had all of 2,000 players.
I'm a fan of Game of Thrones, so that's crazy.
It was so fun. For a while. But so I played it, and eventually they pulled support, and I couldn't really find anything else I liked. Magic was fine, but not for me. And I heard Snap was coming out, and life is really busy, right? So I was like, 5-minute games, I'm in. I'm gonna try 5-minute games. So I did, and I fell completely in love. Within 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, my paycheck is in this. So I was all about Snap. And once I started playing a lot, I had a podcast for the Game of Thrones thing with Roy, my co-host on the Snap Judgments podcast.
Okay.
And from there, I was like, can we do a podcast again? He was like, yeah, whatever. He likes the game. He's not insane like I am. He was like, yeah, whatever. Right. I like talking to you about games we like. Let's do it. So we started the podcast, and then I'm going to be completely honest, or as completely honest as I can be without naming names that I don't remember. we were doing okay hits, and then some other podcast was like, we just hit a bajillion and one hits. And I was like, wait. We're doing really good content. Why are they doing so much more than we do? And Roy was like, we don't post enough. And I was like, you know what? We don't post enough. I'm posting every day. And Roy was like, you're not posting every day. You don't have time for that. I have missed 0 days since March 6th. I supposedly don't do weekends, even though I do every Sunday. But I have not missed a day since March 6th.
That's amazing. That's great stuff.
Dedication right there.
We're talking about that too. I mean, Sino always gets upset. Oh, we didn't do a podcast this week. We got to do this. And I get it. I understand. It's definitely consistency is key. And to talk about posting every day. Even this morning, I believe Sino reached out. He was like, hey, I didn't see my name in Pulse's posts. How am I getting tagged? I'm like, how am I getting the responses? I'm like, he tagged you. There's also a tag feature. So he's like, okay, did Pulse tag me? Did he mention us in the show? I said, you got to watch the show and find out. But nonetheless, I wanted to ask about that. I know you do tag and put in a lot of people up and coming, people who were already, established as well in the community. You do tag them in certain posts if you mention them or if you think it's something that relates to them. What made you start to do that? And what's been your feedback from people with that happening?
So I tried a little bit with like the big people, and they were like, "Don't do that." I was like, "All right, cool." But like, fine. They actually didn't say don't do that, but I could feel
Right,
it, right? Like
right,
there's
right,
like,
right.
They
but
gave you
like,
that vibe that
yeah,
like,
it's just that like,
hey,
nah, don't do that. All right, fine. But like
alright.
a lot of it is my theory is that I've never been a part of a community that doesn't benefit from us all eating,
Right.
and like I've found people because my friends tagged them, right? Like I know Robo because he's friends with Tuck. I know Tuck because other people started like tagging him in their stuff, right?
Mhm.
And that's just like how I find people.
Chain
Right.
reaction almost.
So
Yeah.
I figure if you're tagged in it, people will see you, and as long as they're seeing your name, like I went like the growth has been crazy, right? Like I by the end of next week, I think I'm at 5,000 YouTube subs, and now
Wow.
That's amazing.
so at first I was like, all right, cool. So like we're all around the same size. I started out like I grew real like okay fast, and so I'm around the same size as all these people. I'm like, all right, cool. So like everyone will just see all our names. Everyone will see all our names, and now I'm just like I don't even. I'm just like, all right, whose name do I want people to see on this? Like, who do I think that if they go look at this, like they'll see the name and then like
Right.
maybe they'll check that out. Maybe they'll be like,
Mhm.
oh, and like, does it help? I know. Oh, am I allowed to curse? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, good, good.
Yeah.
We're not
But like,
Fuck
monetized.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
yes,
See,
I know it helped me, right? Like, I know like
Right.
that I met for people that are now my friends because people were tagging them because people were talking about them. So
Right.
like, if it worked on me, then it's probably going to work on other people, right? So
Right.
like if the community is ever so like fractured that we all can't eat, then I don't want to be a part of it anyway. So as long as I can help it.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense. Like I said, I definitely seen that. I definitely appreciate it as well when I get tagged in these things. So I'm like, Pulse is always showing love to everybody in the community,
Yes, I definitely
and
appreciate that love.
that's
Thank
exactly
you so
why. So
much, bro.
that is definitely an amazing thing to do. So, diving into the other things that we want to discuss today. First, let's talk about this Elsa Bloodstone season. Now, I know you got the Battle Pass card, Stina. I know you got the Battle Pass card. Just real quick, how do you guys feel about Elsa? Do you think she is OP? Do you think she's perfect? Do you think she came out at a perfect time? What's your thoughts? We'll start with you, Paul.
Pulse. Yeah, Pulse
Yeah,
first.
So can I just spoil something from my own podcast?
100%.
100%.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So Glenn, we just did Glenn
Yeah,
this week. So Glenn basically says he's like, we way overshot with this card.
yeah. I
So like,
listened to it.
yeah,
Yes.
Glenn is straight up like, yeah, we did like. So like, I think they overshot too. But if Glenn thinks they overshot, and he has every bit of data in the world, right?
Yeah.
Then they really overshot because he was like, yeah, we like you could hear his voice when he
Yeah.
was talking about it. Like you could hear the oops. Like I'm sure he thought it was good, right? It's a pushed card, but I don't think you realized what like it was an
My
every
bad,
deck card.
guys. Like,
Right.
It's getting nerfed. If that's so, there's no OTA this week. I would be shocked if it's not.
It doesn't get
nerfed
nerfed
next
right
week.
after
Just
that.
the way he said it, right? Like you heard,
Yeah.
right? So just it's too good.
Yeah.
It
No.
belongs in every deck.
Yes. 100%. And we'll leave a link to the episode down below. But yes, that
yes.
episode he definitely sounded like that was the case. I mean, he also mentioned why they nerfed Kitty prior to her coming out, which all makes sense. Because you imagine if Kitty was still the way she was when Elsa came out,
Oh,
it
the
would have been
crying.
crazy.
It'd be crazy, but like
Yeah.
the savagery he would see Kitty
Yeah.
Carlos all it'd be bounce everywhere.
Correct.
It'd be crazy, yeah.
So
I actually like Elsa. I hope she doesn't get nerfed. I enjoy it. Only it's really fun to play Elsa, and I think there's too much fun police out there. It's just not enough enjoying it. A lot of complaining. Sometimes something is just good. You know what I mean? Not unless it's a Goliath. Now that needs to be fixed. That needs to be fixed.
let's
But
talk about it. Pulse, how do you feel
yeah,
about
how do you
Elias?
feel about Goliath?
I think he is fixed.
Oh.
I think he's completely
The three?
fixed.
Okay,
I think the
like
3
it.
is fixed. Silk is a card and Doom is a card. I need Silk and Doom to beat him. Because if Silk and Doom can beat him, then when I lose to him, it's because I didn't remember that he was a card early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like as long as I can beat him by knowing on turn 2, 3, they could be setting up for
Elias.
I want to say Alioth. Because it right.
It's
Because
okay again.
no, it's wrong. But it makes me think it's Sephiroth, and I love Sephiroth. The like Sephiroth, the
Sephiroth,
little
yes.
song. So
Oh my gosh, Final Fantasy is so
yeah.
good. Final 7.
I keep dropping my damn water
Sephiroth.
bottle. I threw it.
You call it Elias. I love it. I love it. I
But-
get it.
So I think he's fine. Like they designed him to do a specific thing. I think that they're
Yes.
going to design more 6s to give like more variety of 6s. I think the problem is that 6s kind of suck. Like there's two good sixes to play in Marble Snap. It's Doom and him, right? Or it, I guess it's a cloud.
I'm a
That's
fan of Armin.
Yeah. But you can't play that if your
you're
opponent
not
has
playing
that,
something else.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So like, it's just
If,
it's
if
there's a few other like, but they're like niche, right? Like you can play Null, but only in a very specific deck. You can play Apocalypse, but only in a very specific deck. If you're running like a regular deck and you want to run a six,
Ooh,
Infinite's
okay.
your
Doom.
choice. Infinite's your
Yeah,
number one.
Infinite.
Well,
Infinite.
it should. Well, it is now that Black Knight is in the meta.
Yes.
But but a week ago it
Yeah.
was Alioth and Doom, and like if you wanted to run a good 2, you've got 70 choices, right? If you wanted to
Yes.
run a good 3, you've got 15, 20 choices. You want to run a good 6, you have 2. So you're gonna see the one that's annoying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's fair. Or you make Seri a 6, like I did in the card list that got me to Infinite. So I totally understand how you feel about that. Okay, listen, that's the question we wanted to ask. So definitely, yeah, listen to that podcast, guys. Definitely listen to that podcast.
Yes,
It's
that was a good one.
amazing. Glenn is awesome. Again, link will be in the description. So the card that came out last week, we didn't really dive into, um, was the Man Thing. So ongoing 1, 2, and 3 cost cards get -2 power. Now, to me, I thought this card would have been better if it did it in all the lanes. But of course, I
Broken.
get why. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Ooh,
430.
yes,
yes.
yes, exactly. But I get it. I get it because it will be broken. It'll be 430, and also Luke Cage would be needed in everybody's card list.
Yeah,
The
you
people who
gotta run
playing
Luke
Man
Cage.
Thing and the people who aren't playing Man Thing. Nonetheless,
Luke Cage,
Pulse.
Rogue, and Enchantress all have to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
in your
You
100%.
you
card
And
list.
you
yeah,
can't rogue Man Thing.
you can't roll Man
Oh,
Thing
you
because
can't
it's
rogue.
both sides. Don't forget
Yeah.
that. So you definitely will
Oh,
need to run
no.
Luke Cage. Everybody who's playing Luke Cage will have to bring
That's
Luke
right.
Cage.
You're right.
You would have to rogue your opponent's Luke Cage so that they don't get the
Mhm.
saving. Pulse, how do you feel about Man Thing? What kind of he's a series 4 card, so I guess he belonged in that slot. But what do you feel about it? Is it a good card, bad card? What's your take?
So my take is, as usual, we're all absolutely shit at evaluating cards. All of us, including me. I'm no exception. I was like, this card's whatever. It's fine. Like then it went and won a tournament this weekend, and then there's a Darkhawk deck that's like one of the top 5 decks in the game right now. Guess what it runs? Man Thing,
Man
right?
Thing.
Like, and Darkhawk was dead. So like, it's so what we thought it was is a junk card, and what it is a good stuff card. It's a way to, by running 1 or 2 extra cards in your deck, get a 4/9, 4/11, and 4/9, 4/11 is really great stats.
Yeah, true.
So I think it's super strong in move shells and in dark Oak shells. I think like it just wants to be in good card decks that you could afford to run Luke Cage and maybe a rogue, but like even then, like your downside of it being a 4/5 isn't bad, right? Like it's not a terrible stat line if it's not going to do what exactly you want. I think
I
it's a
agree.
very good
Eh,
card.
Yeah, I slept on Elsa before we got
Mm-hmm.
to see her.
We
So
all, yeah, we
I
all did.
yeah, and then I slept on Man Thing too. I mean, I'm still not too pumped about the card, and that's probably because I'm not into playing those type of lists
Yeah.
of removing by removing power using negative stuff, right, or toxic stuff. I would say. I never was a fan of Spider Woman. Never was a fan of and
Hazmat.
right. So those people who love those type of card lists definitely, I'm sure, and enjoying Man Thing. But that whole Darkhawk Man thing definitely sounds very intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Sino? Are you sold on Man Thing, or are you not even excited about it?
I gave it a big pass. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see the appeal only because I don't run that toxic style of card list. I see I see
Tussin, I
the
saw Tussin using it. Yeah.
yes, Tussin, my boy. Shout out to Lil Robot Tussin because he is a fan of toxic card lists. I see the appeal in taking away power from certain cards, but I also see kind of a way around it, an easy fix. You just run Luke Cage, you run Rogue. I know you guys say Rogue doesn't really work too well, but you run Rogue to stop your opponent's Luke Cage, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
That works. So it's an easy kind of fix. So I wasn't too big into Man Thing Pulse, but to each his own. I'm not hating on the card. I think it's a good card. It just wasn't like drawing for me.
Look,
I
I
got
don't play it, right? Like I don't enjoy it at all. I think it's good. Right? Like there's a difference. This
He
isn't
said,
my
"I don't
style.
play it. I don't play
Like
that."
I have that deck, but like I built it. I was like, oh, this is good, right? And then I was
Right.
like, good, this is tested. I cannot lie to people when I make content. That's all I care
Yes.
about,
Right.
right? Like,
That's fair. Yeah, yeah.
but it's like I'm busy playing other bullshit. So
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay. It's all right.
Fair enough. I mean, I'll try it now that I'm infinite, but I don't know if I'm ever going to play Man Thing until those other supporting cards in the future comes out. Now, the card I was most excited for was the Black Knight,
Like, nice.
um, because of course the whole interaction with Infinite, which is, as you guys know, my favorite card. But putting big power on the board is always great, and I know there's a lot of mix. Well, not really a lot of mix. I think most people are definitely saying pass this card only because it's a Series 5. And of course, because it's only kind of a discard card, which I totally get. For me, I don't think this is a pass. I think this is definitely a pickup, whether you use 6,000 tokens or cashes. I think Black Knight is a great card. Um, Pulse, how do you feel about the card? Do you think it's a pass or do you think it's a pickup?
I think it's more complicated than that.
Okay, that's good.
I think that like if you're look, I create, so like I have to grab cards and test them. So I
Right,
have a
right,
million tokens and a million caches and shit. So like everything's an easy grab for me, right?
God, we hate you.
right.
Sorry,
Nah.
I got no choice. I have no
Yeah,
choice.
right.
Like
Right.
if I didn't have Galactus forever, right?
Right.
And
Right.
like I would do these Galactus videos and they'd be like, and people tell me, and like how shitty is that, right?
Yeah,
Like
you
I
don't
can't
want to
go
say
test
that.
it.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
and I was honest. I didn't pretend I had Galactus. I didn't pretend I was testing Galactus. But I didn't, and like people, and like I had to keep covering these Galactus decks because I'm trying to cover what's good. I'm trying to like be
Yeah.
honest with people, right? And it's
Right.
just like,
Right.
well, you see, so I have to, and so I suck it up and I put the money back in to get the cards. But if you're not, then even though I think this card is way better than people think, I think this is an archetype building card. In a
Mhm.
lot of different shells. I think this is like a missing piece to a lot of Hella decks. I think this is like the missing piece that Ghost Rider has always wanted. To be its own deck. I think you should still probably wait till December if you're limited in resources.
Okay,
The,
that's fair.
the
It is
December
coming.
spotlight is 3 Series 5s.
Right.
And this is Modoc and what the hell else?
Stature.
And Stature. Like, in Stature
Yeah.
doesn't matter because
Yeah.
Mobius.
Yes.
Right. Okay,
So, like,
that's fair.
it's really good, though.
I'm enjoying it, of course. You got Black Knight, right?
I did get Black Knight. Now this one I was a fan of only because I play discard decks. I play like Modoc Apocalypse was my favorite card list for so long. I also enjoy playing Hella, even though people feel like it's cheating. The whole Living Tribunal and all that stuff in there. But I did take Living Tribunal out. I put my boy Black Knight in, and it did work for me. I was able to discard a high card, get the blade, also play the blade with kind of playing Hella with your kind of Invisible Woman setup there. Kind of works out because I play the blade on 4. I can still play my Modoc on 5, my Hella on 6, and then watch the fireworks go off. So it's really dope. The Shuri Infinite that everybody's doing. I also love the Ghost Rider at the end. Bring our boy Infinite out there. And you still played the blades, and you got the Taskmaster. It's a great card list too. So I really enjoy Black Knight. So that was the appeal for me. The fact that I play these type of card lists. That's probably why I passed on Man Thing. I don't really play that. I do play this, so I saved up, and I got them in 2 caches. So I got to save 2 caches. Life
That's
is
awesome.
great. Yeah, life is great.
That is awesome. Yeah, definitely like him in the Shuri card list with the Taskmaster. I was able, out of all the games I played, to get 2 games with a 80 blade and then
Ooh, I
a
saw
80
that.
power
Yep, it was
Taskmaster.
nice. It was
So
nice.
that is definitely the goal of that card list. Even though I know you're getting too greedy, but to get an 80 blade behind an armor, and then of course playing a Taskmaster on the lane, you just have to worry about the Shadow Kings, which is understood. Now I did test out last night on this wonderful 6-hour stream that I was not dozing off in. Okay, I was just focusing.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, buddy.
with Moon
Okay.
Girl, the Moon Girl package is pretty
Sleepy
fun too.
God.
To be able to drop 60 points across the board. So that's pretty also fun as well. And of course, the one I like the most now, funny enough, is the Dracula version of it, because the fact that we can play Dracula and still have options to pull out other cards. And Dracula can either take one of the big cards like Giganto or Infinite, and you still have the Blade that can be brought out as well, and you still have Ghost Rider for that extra power. I definitely do enjoy that version of the card list because again, you have the time to do. You don't have to wait. You don't have to play it early. You can play everything later at the end of the game versus playing it early and worry about Shang-Chi and Shadow King. So I think Black Knight is definitely a great card, and like you mentioned before, Pulse, you have a certain card list that you've been using it. I'll let you tell it. How's it been running for you?
So I'm running a whole bunch of stuff. It's early,
Okay.
so I've got to test everything. But my favorite right now
Yeah.
is I found this list. I was just messing around on Untapped. I mess around with a lot of filters to see what's doing good at different levels, and I found the best deck from 80 to 100 plus for with like 130 games, and now it's way above that. But it's running basically like the full early Sarah package, where it's
Uh-huh.
running Zabu and Sarah, and then it's running a bunch of fours, like it was like old school original Zabu,
Ooh.
Right.
and then it's got Enchantress, Shang-Chi, Ghost Rider, Dracula, Black Knight, Lady
There you
Sif,
go. I like that.
Infinite, and I want to say, what's his name? I can never remember that stupid card's name. 614, help me.
Giganto.
Giganto, thank you. I
Yes.
always want to say Abomination for that card, and I know it's not, but it's the only card in Snap that's name I can never remember. But it's running all those cards, and then it just says I'm going to sort of ignore the early game. I'm going to get myself a last turn. I'm going to play 3 4-cost cards for 2, and good luck stopping me when they all have 20 power.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then you're like, but what if they Mobius? If they Mobius, you
Enchantress.
just Enchantress it. If they Mobius on
Yeah.
2 or 3, if they Mobius on 4, you run.
You
The
run.
Mobius on 4, you're like, all right, fine.
Yeah,
You
run
can
as fast as you can.
I mean, sometimes like the double 20 will just win those games. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Because you still have
absolutely.
2 20s to drop. It's not like you can't
Absolutely.
play that. It's just you're not dropping 60 now.
Right.
So
Jumpers 240s.
it's a lot of power, and it's really really strong. And I'm a big fan of the deck. Um, there's like a few really good Hella versions that are different levels of control. Like it's just there's a good Apocalypse version out there. There's a lot of good versions. I played the crap out of yours the first night.
Yeah, that one was awesome. Yes,
It's
thank
the
you.
So it's
most
just
fun, I would think.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah. But I totally agree. I've used a Sarah Zabu card list to go to Infinite this season,
Mhm.
stuck in the 80s, and I just put a deck together of all tech cards, and it works. Same concept, right? You're waiting for that last turn. So it has all tech cards with Hit Monkey and Mysterio. So if you can get Zabu out early and then Sarah on 5, you're now playing Shadow King in one lane to get rid of their Taskmaster or their broods. You're playing Shang-Chi in the other lane, or you're playing Enchantress in this lane. You're playing Rogue to take out their null, and it worked perfectly. A lot of people snap 8 cubes when they
Mhm.
think, oh, you only have 2 cards on the field. What are you doing? Snap.
Yep,
Okay, I'll
snap.
snap back to,
They
and
can't
I've won.
possibly beat me.
Right.
Yeah,
Plenty of
exactly.
eight. Of course, the key person in that card list is Elsa, because once you fill up those
Mhm.
lanes, Elsa gives those extra clones 3+3. And if you put Hit Monkey in one of those lanes too, Hit Monkey gets that buff as well. It's just Sarah Zabu is just madness for that
Mhm.
last turn. And I didn't think about doing that with Black Knight, but that sounds super fun. Definitely try that out once we get a chance. So we all agree. Well, we do agree Black Knight is a card to grab, but yes, I do
Mhm.
understand what Paul's is saying. I think I do agree with you as well. If you don't play this card, you're not a fan of that type of package.
I
You
would get.
should not
Yeah.
waste your tokens or your cashes until December when it comes back around. So why not? For Christmas, guys, everybody's running Black Knight. I think that's the way to go. Why not do it then? But going forward, I think cards like Black Knight, to me, should have been a Series 4. I don't think it needs to be a Series 5. I think a Series 4 is where it should have been. What do you guys take about that?
Go ahead, Pulse.
So they're greedy. I don't have a better answer anymore, right? Like
They're greedy. Fair enough. Fair
they're
enough.
greedy. Like there's no reason it like when it's 50-50, everyone feels happy and balanced, right?
Right.
But they're doing 75-25. They're doing 3 series 5, 1 series 4 a month, and it's shitty. I don't have a better way to put it. Like it's pure greed. And they like if they were doing that and doing series drops, I wouldn't complain. But if you're
Yeah.
not doing series drops, release them
Okay.
50-50.
Right.
And it's just I don't know. I don't have a good answer. It's the
That's
single.
fair.
It's the second most annoying thing about Marvel Snap to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it was Series 4, I think. I mean, yeah, I think a lot more people would have gotten the card. Maybe that's the reason why they didn't do it.
I see. I have opposite feeling as you guys, and normally I'm the
So let me
guy
hear it.
who feels crazy, but I just feel like with its ability to get that blade so high up in power and with no consequence, almost with like Infinite, you have to skip a turn. If you get your 420 blade, you can play it whenever. I just think it's appropriate to put it in the Series 5, just with the capability of procking up that blade so high up in power and then playing off that. I know you guys are probably like, no, we want it lower, but I could see the Series 5 in it almost. Now, I agree with you, Pulse. If they would have dropped down some, I didn't think of that. If you drop down other cards, it makes it a little more acceptable.
So
Yeah.
I don't care if this is Series 5 or Series 4. I just think there should be 2 and 2 a month. I genuinely don't care which they are.
Okay.
I think like it's perfectly fine to make the most powerful card Series 5 and then make some of the most powerful cards not Series 5, right? Like that
Yeah.
doesn't it genuinely doesn't matter to me which they choose. I just think it needs to be 50-50.
50-50.
Like
Yeah.
Black Knight is like splashy and powerful, so I can see it being a Series 5.
Mhm.
But like then pick one of the others to be Series 4. I don't care which. Just decide to not like be like you must give us all your money.
Money, yeah.
Right.
Give
Right.
us
All
your
your
money, your
tokens.
tokens, your gold. We want it all.
What? That is so true. And speaking about the next or this week's card, again, we're getting how many cards did we get this season? 5?
Yeah.
Battle Pass, Man Thing, Black Knight, Nico, Werewolf. Right. So at least 2 of these could have been a Series 4. Nonetheless, Nico is coming out Monday. I'm sorry, Monday, Tuesday now, which is what it is now.
Tuesdays at
And
3 o'clock.
yeah, and Tuesday is my birthday, guys, the 24th of
Oh,
October.
Yep.
happy
So
birthday.
let's
Party.
thank you. It's gonna be an awesome time to get Nico on my birthday. So not too bad. On reveal. After you play your next card, cast a spell. The spell changes each turn. Now I know there's plenty of spells in the other sites. You guys can go check it out. But
Mm-hmm.
to me, Nico is the queen of RNG. It looks like
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't go in any specific order, which I think would have been a little bit better if they did that. Because just like how Shadow when Snowguard first came out, the hawk and the bird had an order. So if Nico did that, I think that would be, it doesn't matter when she comes out. First thing is this, next thing is that. Then you're able to plan yourself better. You can say, okay, I have Nico in my hand. I'm not playing her until this turn, because I want this at this turn. I think that would have been a better thing. But the fact that it's all going to be random, Nico's going to be a tough card for people to justify. Besides having, I think, the best variants of this season, I don't know. I don't know if I'm not too excited for Nico. What about you, Paul? So you excited for this card?
No. That's my whole answer.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I think
It was simple, ladies and gentlemen.
right?
No.
Just not.
No. I'm
Like I like fun cards. I don't like, especially in Conquest, I refuse to play a meta deck. I know I can win if I'm low-keying in Conquest, right?
Right. Right.
I don't wanna. But like there's an element of just too shitty. And hi, Nico, you're too shitty. What am I supposed like? I'm gonna play it with like Human Torch and then be like, oh man, I really hope the thing I'm drawing is the Destroy a card or +2, and then it's one of the 5 other things. I'm like, I guess I die. Like what? I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm even trying to think about how do you control this? What do you do? Like, it's a very interesting card that I don't know who could make it better. I don't know. It's just the queen of RNG. You're gonna be hoping and praying that you get if a mirror match happens, nothing to worry about because you guys are both playing 2 separate things.
Facts. I'm gonna give you my quick take. Yeah, this is not a hard pass for me. This is a very easy pass for me. I'm not even messing with Nico. She likes to play games. She's a toxic woman, and we're gonna leave her alone.
she's gonna sit with Echo and Howard, and my really expensive one drops.
Oh,
out on
Mrs. Top
playlist.
5? No, Mrs. Top 5 is
Wait.
fine.
He
You gotta
loves
leave
Echo.
Echo alone. She's
Fine.
She has her uses. I hit people with the top 5 all day with Mrs. Top
look,
5.
she is a fun card, but like if you're playing her and you're not just like, but can I just play Maria Hill here?
Oh.
Right? Like wait,
No.
Maria Hill can give me an Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I hear you. But
But
Mrs.
look.
Top 5 protects you from all evil ongoings, bro. Like, don't worry about it. Like, she got you. She hits you with the like that, and she protects you.
it's
bro.
the best animation.
Yeah,
it really
is.
is.
It is.
It's the
But-
most satisfying effect I think in the game, other than maybe I don't know, someone doing Goliath or Galactus.
I hate that effect.
Yeah, the Galactus just raw, Neo. That's awesome. But that top just hits you, and it's like
And
they're
the
tight.
best part about Echo is, no matter where you play on the board, your opponent never sees it.
They don't see her.
Mhm.
My opponents will play. They will play all their ongoings there. Luke Cage, right on Echo. Wong, Cosmo, right on Echo. And I'm like, you guys didn't read the card. You guys know what Echo does. Okay, yeah. Let's go through it. Let's do it.
Yeah, so guys, anytime you see Echo out there slapping that palm on them with the 5 fingers, you think of you boy. Top
Yeah.
5, all right?
That's right. So here's Nico's amazing abilities that's going to happen every turn. And just keep in mind, guys, these are all on reveal. So to me, I don't know, and maybe I should have asked the question, but I didn't. Is Cosmo going to stop these all ongoings after Nico is played?
Ken, you got some feedback or something on you?
I don't.
Really?
You guys hear a buzz or something?
No.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
I don't have buzz, but
He's the super tech god. He'll clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Facts.
there you go.
Oh,
What do you guys feel about it? Yeah.
Cosmo shouldn't stop these.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking if you have it laid down already and Cosmo is laid afterwards, but I get what Tech is saying. She keeps procking every turn. Does it stop the procking?
No. When she's played, it stops. When you play her, the ability locks in. Whatever the ability was when you
that's what I
played her.
thought. Yeah.
So like, but then I don't see why like once that's happened, like it's happened, right? The next card doesn't gain it, right? Although, do you get like an extra 1/2, or does Nico become one of the spells? Like, I don't know.
I think she becomes one of the spells. I think she
Okay.
That's what
starts to. I think she starts to, go through those spells. The card itself flips through these spells. Now, granted, Killmonger stops this in its tracks. Elektra stops it in its tracks. So I'm assuming then, you're right then. So after she's played, even if this might plays Cosmo in the lane after, all these on reveals should still just work.
I think so.
Interesting. Intriguing. All right. Well, as you guys can see here, it's she can become a demon.
No,
after you play.
she makes the next card a demon.
A demon,
Oh,
yeah.
look at that.
Your
See,
next card becomes a
your
demon.
next card becomes a demon. Okay, not bad. After you play your next card, destroy it and
Do I
draw
want
2
my
cards.
next card to become a demon though?
Depends what the
maybe.
card is.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And-
That's what I'm saying. What if you don't want that card to be a demon? Like that.
And you're like, well, then you don't play her, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you're definitely gonna need Howard the Duck with her, right? After you play your next card, destroy it and draw 2 cards. Yes, please. Can you destroy my Nimrod or X23? I don't mind that. After you play your next card, oh no, sorry. If you destroy the card you draw, you definitely need it to be. After you play your next card, yeah.
Yeah.
Play my Nimrod, destroy it. Thank you very much.
So like most of these work with Phoenix, which is like seemingly the home, right?
Right.
Because like you play something, it destroys, then you draw 2 cards, you're more likely to see your Phoenix thing.
Yeah.
After you play a card, it becomes demon isn't great for you, but like you drop Human Torch, then you drop like whatever, then you drop this and Carnage, and like you kill the Human Torch or the multiple man, and then your Carnage is now a demon, and it keeps the +2 power from being
I like that.
Carnage eating. Like
Or your
almost
Phoenix
all of
Force
these
becomes a demon and then you
Yeah.
cry.
Yeah, well, don't do that. Don't play it that way.
Right. Plus 2
Yeah.
If you do that, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Cards location.
But she's a spell, right? So that spell could come up in the middle of your game.
No, once you play her, yeah, but just don't play her then. You play her,
Okay,
and the
okay.
spell she is locked in. So if you don't want that to happen, please don't play
do
her, right?
That's right.
Just don't
Don't
do
do
it. Say no.
So
Just say
do we also know the interaction with Absorbing Man?
No.
All right, so these are things that we definitely have to test
I would
out
assume it's the same spell. It should just be the same spell.
for
that
that
happened
turn, right?
Triggers
for that
again.
turn. Okay. All right. I mean, after you play your next card, add a copy of it in your hand. So can you just keep doing Absorbing Man, Absorbing Man, Absorbing Man? Because you add a copy to your hand, do it again and again and again.
Wow.
Because now Absorbing Man should be copying the Absorbing Man ability.
Yep, that should happen. I don't know why you would want to do that.
Do
but
that,
yes,
yeah.
you could do that.
The same thing.
You could have
Why
6.
would someone do that?
You could
Six
have 10
Absorbing Men?
power in the game. I guess that's a thing you could do. You're not going to win, but you could do it.
For fun. Come on, for the memes. There we go.
Okay.
After you play your next card, double this card's power. Well, that's great. Do you know what we put her with Ebony Blade? I mean, with the blade.
This card is Nico.
Yeah.
After you play your next card, double this card's power.
It's Nico. It's Nico. This card is Nico.
What do you mean? Is Nico?
Double this card's power, not double that
Oh,
card's power.
oh,
You're
oh.
doubling Nico's 2 to a 4.
After you play your next card, double this card, not the next card. This
Well,
card.
that's okay. Hold on, guys. We're reading this too literal. Are we sure this card means the card Nico, or do we mean this card meaning that card? That's being played?
How I think I know? I think I know
Yes.
because fucking Browday told me.
Okay.
That's how I think I know.
Hey,
do I know?
it?
Do I know
Yeah.
if that's the case? No, I don't understand the rules of this game at all. But I know that when Browday tells me how a rule works,
he's right.
He's so, like, I just go, all right.
After you play your next card, double this card's power. So it's saying double Nico's power. Not
think about what's
played.
Shuri's actual wording. Here, I'm looking it up.
I agree.
I'll get Shuri. Keep going. Keep going while I get Shuri.
Yeah,
Shuri
I'm looking at this stuff right here. Like it says, after you play your next card, destroy it and draw 2. It meaning Nico, or it meaning the card
meaning
you
the
played?
card you played.
Okay, all right.
So here, ready? So Shuri is if you play your next card, not this card, next
not
card.
This next card, yeah. See?
What about rescue?
Let's find out.
Your next card played here gives this card 9.
This card.
This plus power, right? 5 plus power, some shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give this card. It says
This card. Yeah, this card.
So armor. So okay. So you guys are right. So because looking at this over here, it says the same thing. After you
I like
play
that
your
we're
next
pretending
card,
they're consistent, but yeah. No, if you play a card at this location next turn, ready? This is the stupidest wording I've ever seen. If you play a card at this location next turn, comma, plus 5 power. It does not say who gets the plus 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just like comma, plus 5 power. What?
Well, maybe the location gets 5 power. I don't know.
It's just magic plus 5 power somewhere. It happens.
based on
you in real life plus 5 power.
Based on the word it and this, I'm gonna give it to you guys. It being the card you played, and this being Nico. But why would I want to double Nico's power to plus 4? I have
because you have 2 Nikos and you made one a demon, and then you made that 12.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's a lot of work for nothing.
It's going to be a blast when we play this card. I don't know. Yes. So Nico is the next card to be coming out on Tuesday. It's going to be a very interesting time in Marvel Snap if Nico then becomes the meta. And of course, the final card, which is a Series 5, is the Werewolf by Night. After you play an on reveal card at another location, move there and gain +2 power. So you can definitely do something like put Craven in a lane, play an on reveal card in that Craven lane. Werewolf by Night will drop there, get +2, and give Craven that buff.
So, this might make Nico good because Nico's 2 on reveals, right?
Yes.
So like that's plus that's a 5/7. That's a 3/7 right there for for 1 energy.
For 1, yes, correct.
I have a question.
That's good.
Does it concurrently play? Like, does it keep going, or does it just move once and that's it?
It moves as many times as you have space in that location.
And
we don't
plus power. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think we know if it works under a Cosmo.
Right.
Because it's not when an on reveal resolves; it's when you play an on reveal.
Right. So Cosmo shouldn't affect it.
Yeah,
But it's a text. So
Well, no, we're not talking about this. We're talking about
the card,
the on
the
reveal
other
card,
card.
right?
Okay.
Right.
if
Right.
so, if I played Surfer on Cosmo because I'm bad, right? Like,
Right.
um,
Does it still move it?
does Werewolf by Night jump over there and get +2? We don't know.
Oh, that's a
Right.
good question. But
We'd
you played
assume.
the on reveal, so it should
Right.
move
It
over
should.
there.
We would assume yes.
Yeah, we would assume, but maybe it needs to
If they coded
flip.
it funny or something, right?
Yeah, maybe it needs to flip and do the on reveal
Mhm.
for it to interact and say, okay, let's jump over there. Or once it flips, hey, we know it's on reveal, go about your business and jump over there.
I don't think so. I think it still moves. If I had to guess anything, I think it still moves over there because you just have to play the card. If it didn't say you have to proc, the card has to
Mhm.
proc. It says you have to
Yeah,
play
but
and on
what
reveal.
card? I mean, this is probably
Even
the
though
first of
that you
its
got
kind.
Cosmo, even though you got Cosmo, oh, that's true. Now, if Cosmo puts that thing on it, right, the hazard sign, then it technically
It doesn't though, does it?
No,
Like
it
if it
doesn't.
got
Cosmo doesn't.
because if it got leached, we know it wouldn't work.
Right.
We would
Okay.
assume it
Correct.
wouldn't work, right?
Right.
right.
But would it though? Because it's still oh no, it's not on reveal. Now it's
No.
just a
It
Now
lost
it's
its
just-
effect.
now it's a
that's
vanilla
what-
card.
But like
Yeah.
but a Cosmo on reveal doesn't get a Patriot buff, right? It's not
Right,
suddenly a
doesn't, right.
Texas card.
Right. Correct.
And
Ooh,
leased
it
cards
should.
too.
It should, right? That'd be
And
cool.
Enchantress cards too.
Right. So this technically should work even if Cosmo's there. Okay. We're gonna find out at the end
Got
of
sciencing to do,
month.
guys.
It's gonna be the best card.
Plenty of sciences.
Once
it
they
makes
nerf
sense.
Elsa, that's gonna be the best card.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
wait, sorry. Also, y'all need to open that because you need silk.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I need silk.
Sino needs silk, so he's definitely gonna
I
be
need silk.
opening
I
up
need
his
Iron Lad
caches.
the most. Why are they doing me? Why are they doing me like this?
Iron Lad. So Kitty Pride is coming back, even though everybody got and everybody didn't get it for free, but this is pretty good. Kitty Pride.
We got her for
Phoenix.
free.
Yeah, we got her for free. I still
We
miss the
got it,
original
yes.
Kitty
I
Pride. I'm
was
not
part
gonna
of that.
lie.
Let's go.
I enjoyed her for the hours I played with Kitty Pride, the original one, but it is what it is.
You wanted to control Kitty. She's a free spirit. You wanted to be able to retract or keep her there and just push a button and retract and just play with her emotions. She said, all right, RESPECT.
I get it.
I'm gonna move how I feel.
Yeah, I get it, but it is what it is. It's fine. Kitty's still a powerful card, powerful one cost. Phoenix Force, for guys who didn't get it, definitely is going to be that type of week. And yeah, definitely open up your caches. Get Silk. Silk is one of the best cards out there.
Hey, if they fix Phoenix Force, it'll be one of the best cards out there.
What do you mean?
Fix
the multiple man thing is a bug. It's been confirmed 1,000 times. The copies of multiple man should also move. If I can play Phoenix Force on 4 and then make 2 more multiple men, that's insane.
It's going to be crazy.
And so, like, it's a bug. They know it's a bug. They keep saying eventually we'll fix it. The second they fix it, Phoenix Force is one of the best cards.
Yeah, it's broken.
Yes.
After that. Yeah, facts. You can move
broken.
Them
it's it's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
you're going to be multiple man, one there this way,
and then you drop a freaking ghost spider and you get like. You've got 3 multiple men to move on the last turn. It's like, all right, my board is full of 9 power things. Have a great day.
Good luck trying to do the math on that beforehand, right?
Yeah,
like it goes here, if he moves it here, I don't know where they move it there. Okay,
you win. The math is they retreat, right? Like that's what the math is.
I'm not doing this.
Do they though, or do they just Moon Girl 2 Shang-Chi's and have a blast, or do they just Armin Zola Shang-Chi? I mean, anything's possible. Who does? We've almost.
I mean, that's a lot of work when you can literally just play Shadow King.
But no, Shadow King is only bringing it down to what, 5?
Nope, Shadow King brings it down to the card that was brought back.
Oh,
so 2 or 3.
To its base, yeah. So it would be down there. That's crazy.
Well, there you go. See what I'm saying? So I mean, technically, you don't got to retreat, but you got to make sure you walk
Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is now on everybody's card list. That's the
Luke Cage goes in everything. It's ridiculous.
Which is crazy right now. Which I really hope the meta switches where people stop doing that. I think we were concerned about Triple M, and I'm happy I don't see Triple M that much. I don't see him that much, so I'm very happy for that.
He fell out of favor. I don't understand. I don't really see Loki that much either.
That's why, because he
he did
Mobius kicked Loki out and then kicked Wave out, and then everyone's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, thanks.
Right.
No one plays any of these. We all have a truce. Everyone shook hands.
Yeah,
Oh
everybody.
wait. Did you guys see the new Dara Loki list?
No.
No.
All right, how do I find this? I had it up, and then y'all had me look up Shuri, and I don't know where it is. Where's
it at?
So
Is it on
it'll
Marvel's?
be a video by I got
Okay.
it. I went on his stream and I literally gave him my prime. I was like, I'm stealing the shit out of this list. It's
You want to share your screen?
I'll just read it to you
Oh, yeah,
because you got audio listeners anyway, right? Like so.
yeah. 100%.
Like I listen on audio. So so all right, ready? I'm gonna give you the cards that you know are there already. Snowguard, Elsa, and Loki are in the list, and so is Coulson.
Okay.
Oof.
You know what card I didn't say?
Collector?
Did not say collector on purpose.
Really?
Not there.
Oh wow.
All right. Mirage is there, so you would expect that, right?
Yeah, collector again.
Okay. Shang,
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Killmonger,
Okay, well, that's interesting.
Cosmo, Rogue, Shadow King,
Wow.
Rogue and Shadow King. Wow.
and then Jeff is here because Jeff is in everything, and Invisible Woman.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
That is the coolest list, right?
Yeah, that
Wow,
makes sense.
interesting.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
I watched her play for 2 games. I was like, and here's my sub, and yoink. And
Yep, I'm
that's
taking
my
this.
video. Whenever this releases, it's my video on Friday. And thank you. Have a great day. Like, what is
Easy
that?
business. Easy
Yep.
business.
Thank you. You deserve a sub for that. That
Wow.
is the coolest shit I've seen.
Yes, and did not run collector because there's no need. You got the Invisible Woman. You can hide your stuff behind that, especially the Killmonger. You can low-key take your opponent's side if need be.
Mhm.
Wow, this is madness. You know that. That
You
card
could,
is
you could
madness.
you could rogue off.
You can
there.
rogue, right? And Shadow King, whatever you need to.
Uh-oh.
Because you have the buff, right? Because you have the cards. You Shadow King their side. This is, and then you can rogue their Luke Cage if you need to, or their Mobius. This is bananas.
They drop an armor, so on turn 4 you go Invisible Woman, Shadow King in that lane,
Yes,
and then turn 5 you Loki.
right.
Simple.
Just win. Bye.
Yeah,
That's it. The
and
game's
that's it.
over, right?
Yeah.
Like you won.
Yeah.
Like it's just snap, please. Can I snap some more? Snap.
Right.
Oh,
That's
look, they're
fire.
playing Thanos. All right, Invisible Woman, Killmonger, Loki. Now I have your
Loki.
good cards. Then you're
Yeah,
still
exactly.
dead. Next.
Right.
Yep.
It's just, yeah.
That sounds interesting as fuck.
That
That's
is
crazy.
bananas. Oh well, watch out for that video, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean, this comes out on Friday. If
I mean,
his comes out
For-
Friday in the morning before us, watch that video.
for real.
Yes.
Also, go watch Dara, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Did you
Yes.
see Dara's name right now, which is also as amazing as like, this is my job, please sub.
Yeah,
I guess. I guess. All right, sure.
Yes, that is
Like,
that is his thing now. Yes. Did you see when he quit on stream? Or
no.
quit on okay, yeah. So he did quit on stream after
Nice.
after the subathon. So yes, this is now his job. So please sub.
Shout out to Dara, Brooklyn in the house, y'all.
Wait,
Yes.
Dara's from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
He lives in Brooklyn, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
don't see that. Come on, guys, can't be
I
telling.
guess
where
I
he
should be
lives now.
nicer to
Look at-
Dara. Because I only like New Yorkers. I just pretend to like anybody.
Yes, Pulse, let's go.
There you go.
Let's
Uh,
go.
You know that New Yorker who
Brooklyn
talks
in the house,
crazy shit about everywhere else? Yeah, that's me.
That's just
baby.
it. There you go. Well, we're in New
Eat it.
York. That's right.
Like-
we're in New York.
Yeah, I know. Whenever anyone's like, "Hey, why don't have you ever lived there?" It's like people move to New York. People don't move away from New
We
York.
from New York.
Right.
What the fuck is the
Right.
point of that? Like, where am I going to move to New York again? Like, I'm fine.
You
Thank you.
That's so
If
true.
you
That is
don't
so
like
true.
the cold, you might go Florida or somewhere.
Yeah, I'll get old and I'll go to Florida for summers and then I'll come home.
And then come back, right? Come back to New York. There
For
you go.
winters. Sorry.
Let's go. I love it.
So we have the new locations, and we did play both of them. Yeah, I know we played the Abbey. Did we play Hotel Inferno?
What is it? I can't read it from here. I'm sorry.
Oh, after you play a
We
card
play
here,
card
this
here.
turn, destroy the top card. No, we haven't played this yet. Of your opponent's deck.
Oh,
No,
So,
I got
no.
the Abbey before, but not that one.
so you run destroy
Interesting.
and you have no, right? Like you're just
Yeah.
like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I accidentally have a huge
And
no.
just
Thanks.
keep doing it over and over.
Yeah, It's lame.
I haven't seen some of these variants yet, like the Zombie Blue Marvel, the
Baby
Zombie
girl in
Squirrel
the
Girl,
house.
Lady Sif, or the Wolfsbane.
I would bet you they're just gonna do like a theme couple days right around the holiday.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Speaking of squirrels, Sino had to fight some squirrel girls the other day.
Oh shit, that's right.
I
Guys,
heard
I've been teasing, and you know it's funny. I've been teasing. I kind of told the story on Tustin's stream, but I've been teasing this story crazy. So guys, it was a crazy day. Oh, thank you for the closer. Okay.
Yes.
Zoom.
I come home and I'm talking to the missus in our bedroom and
Even closer if you want to. Wow.
oh, snap. You know what? I kind of like this. Let's go.
And now he's sitting like me.
Yes, take over. Let's go. I like this shot. Yeah. So guys, it was crazy. My son comes in and he tells me, I was laying down and he has like, you know how you get like a box of cookies from the bakery at a grocery store or something like that. It's like the cookies. So he's like, the cookies just felt something jumped and the cookies fell on the floor. And then I look and it has these two big eyes looking at me. It's in the corner of the room. So what the? I was like, what? Too big? And I think he's exaggerating. So I'm like, it's probably a mouse. If it's a mouse, I'm pissed because we shouldn't have those. And I go into the room, like I'm checking around. I'm standing right here on this bed right here. And I'm literally like shaking things. I'm shaking this headboard over here. I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm holding this chair. I look towards the door and something goes. So I said, what the fuck was that? Like, oh shit, he wasn't lying. Something's in here. Like, I felt like it was a fucking horror movie. It's October. I'm gonna get fucking killed by something in here. So then I look and it's on the side of this computer desk. It's this little, but the window's right here. Let me see if I can turn for people so they can see. The window is over here, guys. So there's only like a little space down here in this crevice. You see, like this is the width. So I'm looking and I pull the curtain. I look on the side, and sure enough, it's the biggest fucking squirrel I've ever seen in my fucking life. And if I am from Brooklyn, y'all, damn, this fucked up. I am from Brooklyn, y'all. I don't deal with fucking squirrels. All right, I don't deal with fucking live fucking animals, wild animals, nothing. All right, I instantly dipped out the room. I dipped out the room and I told the missus, I said, that's a fucking squirrel. And sure enough, he wasn't fucking lying. That's the biggest fucking squirrel I've ever seen in my fucking life. She's like, so what do we do? I said, I'm not fucking dealing with that. Call the cops. Like, yeah,
Call the cops.
Call 911. I don't know what to tell you guys. Said animal control or something. So she called, right? And they send this one Spanish kid cop. He's younger than me. And he comes in and I'm like, I got hey bro, there's a squirrel upstairs. And he's like, there's a what?
I like that you're outside. You're like, I'm gonna be out front.
See ya for real.
There's a squirrel upstairs. He's like, all right. So we come up to the room. He's basically looking and stuff, and he's like, yeah, well, they said animal control is not gonna come out here for a squirrel. I said, huh? So how the fuck are we getting this out? So he's basically like, oh, we have to chase it out of the crib. So I have to chase it down the stairs, then make it go through the door and go out the front door. Like literally, this is what you're telling me, bro. And he's like, yeah, it's our only thing I can think of. I was like, all right, fuck it. I just want the squirrel out. So I'm like, all right, cool. Everybody stay, close all the doors except the ones that we have open. And I get him a broom. We start jabbing at the fucking squirrel. So I hear it all, and it climbs up the window, like towards this little ledge we have here. So I'm like looking, I pull the curtain back, and sure enough, the fucking squirrel's on the ledge looking dead at me. I looked that fucker in his eyes, like we connected together. I was like, oh shit. I closed the curtain. I looked back at the cop who's standing by the door. Fucking the cop was afraid. Like I was alone in this, guys. Fucking cop's scared. So I look back at the cop. I was like, yo, he's on the fucking ledge. He's right here. So I have these nets, so you can't throw things out the window, obviously. You can't pull it up or anything. You can't, so, kids or something like that, they don't go out the window. So I'm sure enough, I have my stick, my Donatello staff that I got. It's basically a painter stick. And I said, you know what? I closed my door. Boom. I said, you know what? I'm going to punch a fucking hole in the window, and we're going to try to scare this fucker out of this way because he's on the ledge. So the guy goes, okay, I jab the shit. Boom, rip a hole. I'm like, all right, cool. He takes the broom and hits it. The shit falls back on the side of the computer. I lost my mind. I was like, fuck, man. So I rip a bigger hole in the window. I swear to God, this is not cap. This actually happened. I'm so glad I got witnesses, guys. Nobody would believe this shit. I'm standing right here. I rip a hole. We got it fixed. I whip a hole in this window, and sure enough, I start tapping it like, squirrel, this is how you get the fuck out my house, squirrel. You go this way. Like, yo, you're going this way. Sure enough, the motherfucker jabs right out and hits the window, and like a bird falls on the floor, misses the whole shit, falls on the floor. So my family is screaming. I go, oh, oh, and the squirrel goes on the floor. He shakes it off. He gets back up and he goes like this. Now the cop goes, and he's like all the way by the door, and he's scared. and I'm like, oh, the fucking squirrel. And I'm shook now because the squirrel's looking like, where the fuck do I go now? I'm on the floor. I'm out in the open. He's right here in the middle of the room, right here. I look at the window. Sure enough, the fucking squirrel goes back towards, climbs up the shit, and goes out the hole. I slammed that window so fucking fast. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah. As the squirrel is trying to climb out, it's like my favorite football team. I'm rooting for that fucking squirrel like it's my favorite player. I'm like, yeah, go, go, go. It gets out of the fucking window. And it's crazy because we don't got no roofing on this part. It's a ledge. That motherfucker committed suicide. All right, he jumped in. There was nothing but a straight drop. So I don't know if he was a flying squirrel, whatever the fuck he was.
Flying squirrel.
He got out, and I couldn't have been happier. But yeah, I had never in my life thought I would have to battle with a fucking squirrel.
So I think you're the new Cam.
Yeah.
You're Killmonger. Congratulations.
Yes. You are the new Killmonger. It would be awesome if the
king? Is that your kid?
It'd be awesome right now if a squirrel just jumped past the camera. That would be the best thing
I told my girl,
ever.
No, what if I was streaming and that shit happened? And the what the fuck, a squirrel?
That's the best one ever.
My cat killed a mouse in the middle of me doing a video once.
Oh
wow!
No.
It was when I was like
just
started.
Or were you just like?
I went. I think my cat just killed a mouse, and he's sitting next to me, like on the floor, like 2 feet from me, and he's throwing this mouse, dead mouse now, up in the air, catching it with his mouth, like happily crawling around with it, and I just fucking finished the video.
That is amazing.
I'm not redoing this whole 20-minute goddamn video. You killed a mouse right now.
All right, guys,
we finished the video.
Later. Yeah.
He's like, and he's looking at me, he's like meowing at me, like, motherfucker, I killed a mouse. Aren't you happy? I'm on the second floor. How was there a mouse?
Yeah, right. Where'd they come from? That's hilarious. That is hilarious. That is awesome. But yeah, that exactly what happened. The funniest thing ever.
I told Ken afterwards. I said, "Yo, you're not gonna fucking believe what just happened to me." Like this is crazy.
He's out here fighting squirrels. He's fighting Squirrel Girl. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Speaking of squirrels, well, not squirrels. Speaking of squirrels, nonetheless, that's that variant. Oh shoot, did I get lost? Can you guys hear me?
I think Marvel Snap. Remember Marvel Snap?
Yeah, but I think the squirrel just kicked me out my computer.
Yeah, see, because you froze, but you got a nice smile. You got a nice smile. Right?
He does. He's just handsome. It's just sitting there like, all right, I guess it'll be fine.
He's like, hey guys, I'm welcoming. Ken, are you okay, bro?
He's gone.
Right.
He's really gone.
It's official. It is the Sino takeover, y'all. You are here with your boy Sino and Paul.
He said, speaking of squirrels, and they said, nope.
Yes, my squirrel story.
No, you're not.
Was too much. They didn't want that story out there. There's a squirrel invasion happening, and they're trying to keep me quiet, guys. There he is. Okay.
Oh, he's back.
He is back.
So don't listen to what happened while you were gone.
We
definitely didn't talk shit about it.
No, we didn't.
Oh, there we go. Sorry, the squirrel came and took my internet. I told you. We talking shit about the squirrel out of nowhere. I'm like, dude, okay. Like really?
Your name's not SuperTechGod.
Right.
Like,
listen,
that's not your name.
He's not Super Internet God.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not Mr. Modem.
Exactly. There you go. This is what happens.
Oh man,
Fios. We play Fios. It's funny how Fios goes out for like 2 seconds. It's never like a long delay that Fios is out. It's like 2 seconds, top 10 seconds. It's very interesting.
Top 5 seconds.
Yeah, top 5 seconds indeed. So what I wanted to get into was Marvel Snap. It's 1 year anniversary. Internet said we're not talking about that today. Paul's happy Snap anniversary, my friend.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, it's been an awesome. You just when you started, right? Exactly. I listened to the podcast. Launch. That's right. Yeah. So did Sino. Sino started global launch as well.
Yes.
It's been an awesome year, Marvel Snap. We all can agree, right?
Right.
We got to meet a lot of new people. Pulse, you included as well, of course.
Yes, a lot of great people. Pulse.
Yes,
Yeah.
I met Pulse first doing the casting. Was a Snapdot fan or what was it?
That was Snapdot before they
Yeah.
fired me for working at Marvel Snap. So yeah.
Fire you for working. How did I fire you for working?
They were like, I'm at they were like, you're at a different website. Sorry, and I was like, huh? I can still know how to talk about Snap, right?
Wow.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
It's very odd.
I'm not.
Okay,
It makes perfect sense. For some reason, those sites are not like buddy. I'm like, Again, big enough pie. But whatever.
Site war here.
Not my house.
But yes, I was able to cast it. Pulse was super fun casting, and then we got to know each other, and then from there, everything was history. But met a ton of great people at the Clash, Creative Clash in New York, over at SnapCon in Tampa.
Like SnapCon, I can't wait. I'm so mad I missed that SnapCon, man.
Yeah, it
I'm
was super fun.
Sick, but it's okay because I'm gonna be at the next one, and that's gonna be even more popping because top 5 is gonna set it off. Over there.
You're bringing squirrels with you too.
Yeah, no, they can stay. They can stay out here, bro.
So the question I have for you, Pulse, is: year 1 is over. Year 2 has just started. Do you feel Marvel Snap is going to be in a better place or in the same place this time next year?
A better place. They have to come up with one new game mode this year, right? Mm-hmm. All we need is another game mode. We need one more game mode, and I think this game is here for the long haul. If they nail draft, Snap's never going anywhere. Snap will be here.
That is true.
That is true. Yeah, it's just you need one more thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So one more in the sense of like a 2-on-2 battle mode or anything.
Anything. I don't know what it is. I hope it's draft. I love draft, but
right.
But we have conquest, we have ladder, and I just want one more thing to do when I don't want to play either of those.
I was talking with the community. I forgot where I heard this, but shout out to you. But they were saying that, and I like it too. We should call it. I came up with this name. We should call it before the snap. So you should get to play with all cards unnerfed. Maybe an unnerfed mode where you get to play with all cards at an original state. So I'll get my Surfer back. Bring back Surfer. Pulse. I know you're down with bringing back Surfer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there we go. See, Pulse said.
I'd fix it in the regular meta and be like, let's go. I love Surfer. I don't care
for this meta right now. Pulse,
we got Shadow King everywhere, right?
I was just talking to Z on her stream about this, guys. We're gonna start a petition to get Surfer back to +3. Not Ken because he's a hater. He doesn't want that to happen. But
Surfer's still great. I don't know +3 or not. He's still great. I don't understand the problem.
It's not 20, right? Like it's not beating Infinite anyway. What's the problem?
Exactly. Like relax.
Yeah, you Surfer or Brood on Wong, it would definitely be the Infinite.
Oh, I don't know. Is that possible? Just run Cosmo. You're running Cosmo to protect her from Shog anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can say, right? Run Cosmo.
Wow, you guys are hilarious.
Run Shadow King, bro. Like, come on, relax. You'll be all right. You got Hulk nerfed, okay? We don't want to hear from you.
You did get Hulk nerfed. It was you.
Blame me for Hulk.
Yes, exactly. I agree.
Hulk can't be bigger than Infinite. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Exactly. Let's go.
That's right.
You think we don't remember that? We don't listen when you tell us?
Guys, he knows the stuff I got to deal with. All right? This is the stuff I got to deal with.
Oh, man. Is it true, though?
Employee of the month over here getting all our favorite cards fucking nerfed. It's ridiculous. Like, why can't we just live?
Man.
Why can't we have fun, Ken?
Hulk needs to be nerfed, right? That should be bigger than Infinite. If any card comes out bigger than Infinite needs to get a buff. All right, man. Just make Infinite 25 and we be good. I don't know what everybody worried about.
Christ. It's fine. Infinite is fine, bro. Just leave it alone. Why does it need to be 25?
So I can get a 50.
I can see Infinite being like 22. I can see Infinite being like 22.
22 is fine too. There you go.
I think something like 22 would be better. Like it should beat like the just regular big shit, right?
Right.
Yes.
Like I got a couple good big things. It should be bigger than like I could do by playing like I don't know. Like if I play in one lane, pick a 5 like 10, right? Like I shouldn't be able to get bigger than it just by playing 2 regular cards.
Right. Like even a Red Skull or even a Sentry, right? Or yeah, I agree. 22 should be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
See, so I'm talking about. Definitely thinking about. So yeah, I mean, we agree. I think Snap will be around for a while. One more mode, put it over the top. Do you have anything in store, especially with Snap Judgments and everything else for the year?
Oh, wait. One more thing. Snap needs to do one more thing. I'm sorry. I need to say it every time I can.
Come on.
And like they know this, but they need to fix Series 3. Could you imagine just starting Series 3 right now? Like meaning like I
Yes.
can't choose any of my cards,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everyone I'm playing has every card.
Yeah.
Like it, I would quit. And
So
I
some of the
love this
series-
game. I would quit. I'd be like,
Some
oh
of the series
wait.
you need to come to series 2. I agree.
Well, I'd be like, what cards do you have? And I'm sitting here with like my pool 2 deck and Patriot. Like,
Right. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
like something
I
has
call
to
it the growing pains time. That's the time where you're like at the worst point, where you're battling people with a little more advanced card list than you have, and you don't really have it. So it's like you're in that awkward stage of Snap.
It's tough. Pool 3
Yeah.
has a ton of great cards. Arrow,
Yeah.
Sarah, Hella, everything. It's all in series 3. That's if you're starting off the game and you got to play against other players with series 1 and series 2 cards, it's not cutting it.
I
So-
wouldn't be so concerned with getting infinite. I would be concerned with getting cards and getting caches. And
Oh, that's what I
caches
always
and
tell
gold,
people. But
and
yes,
try to get the cards first. If you're still in that awkward stage, infinite slim to none. If you do, congratulations. You're
or put
great.
a price tag on it.
Yeah.
But no, but like the problem is, so I'm a teacher, right? And my kids may have found my channel, but so one of them plays
Shout out
one
to
of
your
them.
class, bro.
Hey,
Right.
so one of them plays a lot of Snap, and like the one person who plays a lot of Snap, he's very early Series 3. He's completely free to play. I sent him a season pass because he needed to have Elsa. Everyone needs to have Elsa.
Yes.
But like, so I showed him how to like get towards a death deck, and then he like just happened to like open Death or Deadpool or one of them, and like I had sort of coached him into like getting half those cards, and he was able to get Infinite, right? And then he got to Infinite and was like, "What are these people doing to me?" And I was like, "Oh, you don't get to win anymore now.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can just lose every game until
Yeah,
next
that's
season.
true.
Go play
That's right.
Conquest, please." So I'm really sorry, but like
Yeah.
that's not a fun experience. Like
Yeah.
he worked really hard to get really good and got Infinite with something below the power curve, and now his like reward is like, "Hey man, go play Canvas." Like
Yeah.
I got one Series 4 card. You can't have me go play Canvas now. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
That's true. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy, but it's the truth. It is the
it's
truth.
a tough time in Snap for him, man. I get it. I feel for him. Tell him to keep grinding, keep getting cards, and just keep moving forward. He'll get out of that. It's a storm. Eventually, the storm will be over.
Yeah, but it's 3 months.
Ugh.
Series 3 right now takes at least, unless you're spending serious money, 3 months.
Shit.
As I said, you got to put a price tag on it.
Yeah,
Then
But-
you should be okay.
yeah. He's 17. So
Speaking of
price
which-
tag's a little different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Ask mom
Like,
and dad
yeah.
to pray. Hey, Mom, come on, please.
The Pro Bundle's back, guys.
I bought it. I know. I have no
wow.
self-control. I
Yeah.
wanted
There you
I wanted that new Death in gold, so now it is.
That's too rich for my blood, guys. Oof.
I'm gonna have to get that. I just saw it and I was like, oh, it's back. All right, let's make it happen. But yeah, year 2, anything awesome for Snap Judgments that you can talk about? I don't want you to spill the beans yet, but anything. Any
we got
plans?
a cool episode coming up right around our 1 year because we started like 4 weeks later. We got D Money and Z coming on together.
That's awesome.
Oh, great.
That's awesome.
That's
Power
Yeah,
couple.
we're pretty excited for that. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yes, power couple of Snap.
Yes.
We've got you two coming on sometime in November together.
What?
right.
We got to set the date.
Yeah.
What? I bet you it's the top 5 best Snap Judgment episodes ever. It's gonna be
What do you think?
Snapcast, because we snapped that hot fire. Let's go. We cast that hot fire. There you go.
Cast
Yeah.
out for
And we got Lambie and Collins both coming back for different episodes.
that is awesome too.
Yes.
So
Great episode.
I always plan a month in
Educated.
advance, so I know what November is. I don't have exact
Yes.
dates, but I know what November is, and then we'll figure out December.
You got a fire lineup coming up there, bro. Like that's crazy.
That is awesome. That's awesome. How you feel about your variants?
They're getting there. They're getting there. I've got a variant for all but 23 cards in Snap because my Battle Pass gave me an Orca, gave me the Rincon Orca.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Okay. All right.
So I'm 23 cards from variant complete. A few too many of those are
Nice.
pixels,
Yeah.
but like I'm gonna buy that
believe
Moboko
me, I'm right there with
She-Hulk.
you, bro.
Awesome. All right, so that means we got to get you on the collector series. That's the case.
So I don't have good splits,
Mm.
but I got good variants.
Well, I don't think the collector's all
Yeah.
about the splits.
Yeah. Right.
I think it's more
I
about
know.
the
About you being
matching
able,
of the
your
category
creativity. Yeah.
and what you're creative in. And just as long as the variant's cool, I don't think you need like the Ellis split. I just
Right.
I think just as long as your card's a cool variant, I think you'll be fine.
Well, you
I think
answer
Pulse,
those questions.
You'll kill it, Pulse.
I can answer a question.
Creativity. That's all that matters on that level. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying Marvel Snap again. Like I said, year 2 is here now. Let's see what happens. I hope to see a lot more, you know, like conquerors and events hosted
Yes.
by Second Dinner that includes a lot of people, all the popular names as well as the non-popular names, as well as the up and comings. I think that'll be the next thing. I think we need more community, not community, more Second Dinner driven events that spotlights a lot of people because these are the people that have been building the game, building
Right.
up the game for the community
Absolutely. Yep.
in the past year. So
hmm
I would love to see that. And yeah, no, I'm enjoying it as well. Still addicted to it, and
Mm-hmm.
can't wait for the other cards to come out. I mean, we got some other cards coming out next season. Can't wait for that. Is there any card pulse that you've seen data mined in the future, near future, that you're like I need to see this card now?
I mean, it's not original, but Shadow King is going to be insane, right?
Mm.
Like Shadow King is just Elsa again.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's a one lane killer winner. If you play that with anything good, you just win. Like Shadow King is nuts good.
I agree. I think he's the second best tech card right now.
Yeah. Wait, what's the best one? Oh, Black Knight.
No tech card. Nah.
Yeah. Oh.
Tech card. Shang-Chi.
Oh wait, I said Shadow King. I meant Black King.
Yeah.
Sebastian Shaw. Sorry.
Sebastian
Sorry,
Shaw.
no. My brain did the wrong thing.
You
Shadow
said
King, Black King. No. Sebastian Shaw.
Sebastian Shaw. Okay, yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry. I know how to talk once in a while. My fault.
Okay.
I've been making a lot of content these past few days, guys. Sorry.
We'll take care
No,
of it.
No, you're good, bro.
the Black King
Yeah.
of the Hellfire Code. Sebastian Shaw. He's a 3/3. He's the season pass for December, and he gets
December, yeah.
+2 power on top of any other power he gains permanently, and he can be anywhere, your deck, your hand, whatever, for that to take effect.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So he's going to be busted.
Nice.
So, the Elsa for real. It's going to be a very interesting card. November is the Marvels, so we'll see how that goes.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm intrigued to see what next year brings. I mean, we got movies and TV shows we should always look at, right? Because the Marvels will come out in November, so of course we get
the movie
the
comes
Marvels.
out. Yeah, it's usually simultaneous to whatever they're dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got to look and see what's coming out. But yeah, no, we have a ton of Marvel characters. Marvel has a plethora of cards that they can put out at any given time. I am very excited of the OTAs changes that they're doing, and the people that, Second Dinner is listening. So I'm very happy about that. If you guys didn't listen to that podcast with Glenn, check it out. They're definitely putting in that work. I don't see Snap going away anytime soon. So that is awesome stuff. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we head off?
I think I'm good. Pulse, I just want to thank you so much, bro, for coming on our podcast here. Thank you so much. And we enjoy your Snap Judgment podcast. Keep grinding, bro. And we can't wait to see what you got, because you got a fire lineup coming up. So, guys,
yes,
links will be down below. Holla, go watch Pulse on YouTube. Snap Judgments. Let's go, bro.
That's right. Pulse, are you gonna be streaming? Are you gonna be still streaming anytime?
Never. I don't want to get divorced. If I like my wife, literally, my wife was like, "You're doing a what tonight?" I was like, "I'm doing a podcast." She was like, "You did a podcast. It was yesterday. Loki's out," and I was like, "But I'm doing a podcast." And she was like, "But yeah." And so she's Loki, literally, I promise you, sitting in that bedroom figuring out how to be mean to me the second week. She's Colombian. She does not fucking play. I'm gonna get my weekend is now just pure
pain. My pain.
Wow.
My weekend is nothing but me getting tortured for this.
This is hilarious.
We appreciate you going through that.
Yeah, now we appreciate you even harder now
for
making that sacrifice.
Of the Snapcast. Because he had to go through that, man, and we know the saying "happy wife, happy life." So we appreciate you putting that in jeopardy to be
absolutely. That's why I'm never streaming. It's just I was like, maybe I'll stream. It's like, no,
it's not
that.
I have to sleep with one eye open forever. No, I'm good. Thanks. Thanks. I'll just hop onto your streams.
This is classic.
There you go. All right, guys, this is great. Pulse, we won't keep you any longer.
Thank you. It was super fun.